phone off. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I'm at the retail, soon not to be retail store, 4873 Broadview Road, Cleveland 44109. Closed Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, possibly by appointment, but you better be dropping some serious change money, like buying that 375 gallon tank or buying 26 35 gallon cubes. Yeah, or buying like the bi-level cylinder tank, spending some thousands of dollars. I need stuff to go, but I'm not coming in. But I got a million other things going on for like a $5-10 sale. Not to be a dick. Who's on here? A couple people on. So more and more is getting done. 4 days a week. So this is a lot of work moving. But look at all the tanks cleared out. Mr. Bilski, good morning. Long time no see. Hey Bill, do you know Tupa Tom? You can get a hold of him. He wanted the rest of these 30-gallon breeders. I think I have 4 left. We got the fish out of them. So I don't have his number. He took like 5-6 of them last month. So I don't have his phone number. So sad, yeah, not me. It's sad. There's no business. Sales have been horrendous. I don't know because we don't have a credit card machine now. Yeah, I will when I get the other place going. But supposedly 3 people pulled in, pulled out. That I read the sign. It's like, people, you're so stuck on the bank. The system's got you. I hate it. I gotta deal with them. That's a whole other thing. I gotta so much shit. All right. Well, he comes in once in a while. I can't hold anything. So I told my guys that he wanted them. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them going down last handful of years. There's some young and upcoming trying to do this business, I guess, in some form or fashion. But all us, basically old timers, had enough. We're tired of the rat race. It's a lot of work, 7 days a week. I'm going to have a small store in the hatchery for a little longer, maybe a couple more years. We'll see. Yeah, I know. People, I get a lot of people on here that are not local. Or I'm well liked more outside the area, I think, than I am in the area. You don't get much support. Yeah, it's dying. You can't be in retail, have a business if you don't make any money. It's just getting harder. And we talk about like Amazon, which is just a monster of a Grim Reaper. A lot of things. I buy from them. It's kind of like you're forced to. They have stuff but nobody else has it, or they're not always cheap. This is my take on Amazon. Now a lot of companies have MAP pricing. Thanks. Yeah, I always said I'm a hobbyist by blood. I've been doing this. I've been in it for like 48 years. Since I was a kid. First tank was actual Woolworths 10 gallon. Started working at Penn Industry in like 1985. I started my business, maintenance service, 92. I had my first retail store. Yeah, I've been in it. I've been institutionalized Um, and it's had its ups and downs, and I did okay. Um, done a lot. I can't really complain. I don't have a college degree or anything, but um, I did good on real estate here and there. Your fish or your pets. Yep, our fin friends. Um, but going back to Amazon, a lot of the online shit now, it's not cheaper, and it's not going to get cheaper. Shipping's only going to cost more and more troubling. Um, but it's the convenience factor I look at. Like even my neighbor where I live, they have a couple dogs. I don't think they have any other pets. They just had a baby, and he's like a fireman, she's a nurse or something. But there's always a Chewy box, like every couple weeks. So they probably never even go into a. I mean, they both are work now. They're young parents, whatever. But they probably don't even go to a store. They don't have to. So it just shows up at their door. So it's a lot of its convenience factor. And even if it costs the same as going to a local store here, or even a dollar less, or whatever, they don't have to leave their rear end doesn't have to leave the chair, or they're at work, whatever, and they get home, it's there. They don't have to work. It's become we've become programmed, probably somewhat lazy. So we're all guilty. Walmart, Amazon. I don't like either of them. I mean, it's funny, they put me as a business member. I'm not even a Prime member. I had the Prime when it was like $75, and they refunding my money in about a year because I didn't use it. That was crazy. I know Dave, the Amazon driver. I mean, they have created jobs. That's the whole thing. When you get bigger, you get that big, you can't sell everything cheap. You can't, it was start a lot of companies, Chewy, the guy that started that was selling shit like at wholesale. Never made a dime in 5 years. And then PetSmart bought it for like $3.6 billion. So in 5 years, that guy became a billionaire and didn't do shit, really. So other than create this website, and one thing he did that got popular is that reoccurring, like you could have your dog food shipped and treats every month. Amazon does that now. I don't do any of that stuff where it's just automatic. Speaking of, I got to call Microsoft because I haven't done Microsoft Live. Smart being dumb. Charged me $79 for Live, and I haven't played Xbox Live for 10 years. And I had it when it first came out, and of course my boys were in it and stuff, and I tried canceling, they gave me a hard time. Now it automatically took it out of my credit card. Pissed me off. I'm gonna have to put a block on them and get a refund. They're gonna try, well, you're gonna have to wait till next year. Bullshit. These companies are scammers, and they know people don't always pay attention, and they just pay it. It's so annoying. So, the system. But here, let me look around. I don't know if this is coming in okay. I don't have Wi-Fi, but look at all these cubes. Got 26 empty, and there's more coming. A new 55, then used 55s, and a 75. And more 55s are coming. Custom acrylic tanks, like a 70 and a 90. That one has a built-in filter. That one has a wet dry. Oh, excuse me. That another custom acrylic with a built-in filter was a daycare. That base. I've had this thing too long. 110 gallon, fully loaded, everything. 1,500 out the door. It's crazy. Got a lot of some stuff and hardly a lot of things. So API is half off. Test kits. I can't believe we're not like selling some stuff. Like the frozen foods, 60% off on like Mysis and all that. You can't buy it cheaper anywhere. That's $40. These are usually $40 a piece. Um, so 50% off on resin decor, 40% off. We sold a lot of decor, I guess, but I have a lot. We're loaded with media. Um, what tank? The bi-level? Puff Mama. She needs maintenance tomorrow. But, we're it's taking forever. This is taking a lot longer than I ever anticipated getting rid of stuff. Um, and I haven't sold the building, which really sucks. I need the money and I need the building sold, and it's late in the season. There's not 40% off on Pleco caves. That was I don't know who did that. I don't. There's not a huge markup on this stuff, and to ship it in. Um, I'm gonna take that shelf over pretty soon. So, oh yeah, someone almost bought it Saturday, but unfortunately, which has happened often over the years, the female persuasion, the woman said no, so the guy didn't get it. It was almost sold. I know. I've always wanted something like that. No, I don't. I don't care anymore. I don't want. I mean, that one I'm gonna miss. That bi-level's always been one of my favorite tanks, but I can't. I gotta get rid of stuff. I have way too much. So, yep, those sturdy breeders gotta go. But these two, I don't know where I can move these fish. I gotta get this broken down, and then I'm gonna start tearing this rack apart. And I got all the tanks. This one's one more empty that'll be gone tomorrow. So I can take down 2 whole sets. Well, actually, it's 4 racks. It's double. So all these, this weekend maybe, this whole side will be gone. It'll be this rack left. It's getting close. And the wood rack and what's up here, which is for a client. Still waiting to finish that 350 gallon setup. It's 180. I think somebody overfed or something, and I gotta go there in the morning. Loss of fish. It's all fish are gasping. How do you feel all about this? 10 gallons like crazy. So eventually it'll be just this row left. It's just so taking out a section at a time. Still got some nice angels, guppies, odds and ends. I can't believe these African butterflies haven't really sold. We sold probably half, but it's a great little cichlid. How I feel? I'm tired. I'm just tired of it. Not to be like negative, but I've been burned out for a while. It's kind of been leaning to this for a while. I mean, I've been in business 34 years, so I'm ready. You know, it's like when you know it's time. You know, it's that gut feeling. It's I had enough. So, there's a part of me still, loves it. There's a lot of great customers. There's a lot of customers I don't give 2 shits about. They're hemorrhoids. But, yeah, I'm down to 6 tanks at home. And sometimes I don't even want to take care of them and the turtles. And like these koi, I just thought, man, it's getting too late here. It's starting to cool down. It's going to warm up this weekend. So it looks like I'm going to take all these koi. I'm not giving them away. around here, Cleveland area, they're cheap, poor, want shit for free, I guess. I don't know. That's I don't know. I know some other areas in the States thrive, like this big koi. They're like $350. I got them both for 200. They're pretty. But I'm gonna throw them in my pond at home and then try to sell them next spring, I guess. Um, I don't know. It's just, yeah. Well, my longest living pet's gonna be that green pigeon. Live about 75 years. He's what, 23 years old in July. I got him when he was a year old. I got him in 2004. He was born in 2003. So I can't believe this hasn't sold at 375. It's a beast. So they're rare catfish, wild Syndas, Angelicus. And it's just I don't get a lot of things. Nice. So, yeah. What am I doing? I'm walking around. I'm tired. I'm camping over the weekend, Sunday, Monday. Just done. I'm tired. I like to do other things. This takes a lot out of you. And business is not what it used to be. It's more challenging. I wish somebody would have bought it. Wow. Yep. It's amazing how like reptiles, even fish, can outlive our dogs. And dogs are the best. Your best friend typically. Whoa. That would have fell in and it would have sucked. Then my phone. That's all the luck I need. So I don't know. Find a place. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I sometimes think of like, wow, I'll be out. Maybe I'll be gone for like a year or two, and then I'll miss it when I come back. You see a lot of people do that, and then they're back out. Morning, Dale. They just don't want to deal with the hassle, deal with people, all the baloney. So, yeah. Finally raining here. Wish it just rained at night though. And down in southern Ohio, it's been dry. It actually started raining yesterday when I left. But yeah, things are not like they used to be. You know, COVID, things were changing before COVID, and COVID like put it in overdrive. YouTube, I wish YouTube would. I'm not good at this electronic stuff. I have an idea. I always joke that I should write a book. How to open a store for dummies. How to open a fish store. Or my life and day of a fish geek, fish nerd, fish poop engineer, fish guru, whatever. I've been named everything. Deuce, Mr. Limpet, you name it. Heard it all. And I thought, well, maybe I should do the book on YouTube, like by chapters. You know, it's like in my head. I could probably record things going from the... And then after they read it, I'm like, screw that. I've had a lot of people ask me over the years how you do it, want to open their own pet store, fish store, or a business in general. My take, you know, a business plan, but I always say, write down everything you can think of. Where's the money? Yeah. Write down everything you can think of that's negative about owning a business and the particular business you want to be in, like this business. Anything and everything. It should be at least one page, if not 2 pages, I'd say. Everything. financials, humans, livestock, attorneys, utility bills, taxes and insurance, maintenance, theft. I mean, there's just a slew of things that a lot of people don't think about, and they jump, head first into a business sometimes, and not realizing how much. I always said the fish part is like half of the business. The other half is everything that goes on behind the scenes. All the labor involved. Dealing with suppliers. Yes, they don't always consider all the money. A lot of people don't have the money. This is a perfect example. When I was trying to sell the store, they don't have the money. They don't have credit to get a loan. And then third, they're like, will you consider financing it? Hell no. You're in your 30s, 40s, or whatever, and you don't have credit, and you want me to finance you, that's a negative. Because I can just imagine checking your history and background check, you're kind of a failure. So your failure ends up becoming my failure. I've known someone in this type of business got taken for $250,000. I'd go to wherever he went in another country and hunt him down, and he doesn't have money. I would off him. That's just my opinion. So that's crazy shit. You can't trust people. Now I do a land contract on the building. We had something ruined, and of course the piece of shit never even showed up. My broker drives all over the freaking. He has like 350,000 miles on a 2-year-old Tesla, like sports car. We're waiting 15 minutes. He's trying to get a hold of the guy in the morning. Whatever. We're here. Never showed up. You need throat punched. Inconsiderate piece of shit. People stand up. People have no common courtesy, respect, whatever. I am anti-human. More I'm around people, the more I don't like people. Sorry. That's been in retail for 40 years. I worked for a police department for 4 years part-time. Dealing with the freaking public is asinine. So that could be one of the top negative things, is dealing with people. The human race. So there's a lot involved. And I've done things like, if somebody would have bought the store, they'd have been set. I told one young guy he did maintenance. He would have been a good probably candidate, but he didn't have credit, didn't have money. But enthusiastic and stuff, and loved it, whatever. But I told him, I would not build a new store from the ground up. The cost. Someone did that when I was trying to sell the Mentor store, when I had the second store. I think he went bankrupt. He was trying to get a loan. He wanted to turn my store into a saltwater, if I remember. And it was really nice setup. It was just like a small storefront, like one of these, like I'm going to be doing over there. Just one nice little store. And something happened, whatever, and then he ended up renting a big space near the mall, spent ungodly amount of money, probably got a loan, business loan, all that stuff, and crashed and burned. Maybe lasted a few years. So, but in here, it's already done, set and go. Now a lot you have to do, you can always make improvements. I always said expand the hours, be here 6 days a week, 7 days a week, you're definitely going to make more money. But you got to be here. If you're owner occupied, it's paying yourself, basically. So, I don't know. I gave up. I'm not just long drawn out. Just trying to sell the buildings is becoming a long drawn out pain in the ass. So, yeah, I'm just kind of fed up. I'm tired of bills. My taxes are higher, insurance higher, this is higher, this, that, whatever. Yeah, I had enough. So, I don't know. I'll probably end up with my home tanks eventually, maybe, and that's it. Everything dies off, I'm done. Probably like I'll let it go till whatever. So a couple more years, I'll be what, 758-ish. Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell, but I don't know. The business is drowning right now. I don't. People are not even like regular basic supplies that we carry. You know, like foods, refills, biochem, media stuff. That it's not going. It's not like selling. And we go through like some stuff like a case a week. It's like months stuff is not. I don't get it. I don't know if the customers just. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a poll on the Facebook page. I don't know if I could do one on YouTube thing. It'd be more geared probably to local people in a way. What happened? Why you're not coming? Because not having a credit card machine, that could be one of the hiccups because you don't have money and you have to keep charging stuff. I dealt with some of these fish people bankrupt multiple times, and a big reason because they'd spend $700 a week on their hobby, aquarium hobby. I've seen some crazy shit in my years. I did kick a young guy out a month and a half ago or so. Lived over here, and I finally told him. I said, "You got a baby, whatever. Don't drive." Then he lost his job, and he's it's like a drug addiction. And I kind of just told him. I said, "No more. You just stop. You gotta take care of family first, and, transportation, blah blah blah. Have an allowance. That's good. That's a good way to do it. Well, I mean, like a lot of people, well, especially in my younger years, there was no internet, obviously, but I bred fish in my parents' basement. I had like 33 tanks set up at one time, and I bred cichlids, Pertussis and Tropheus dubois, or Boise, back when I would call it then. And those were getting good money, and I had good luck breeding them. So I had a number of stores that I had wholesale to. I had a nice little thing going. At first it was just trading stuff in, just to get a can of food, whatever. And it kept growing and growing, and more and more and more. So, yeah. Some of these racks are gonna be for sale. I got one rack down. I think I had it originally $150, and that's cheap because these are like real racks, not the fake ones at Home Depot and Lowe's and stuff. These those hold like 3,000 pounds per beam. So these are industrial racks. So I'm keeping a bunch because I want to eventually have like a property, a pole barn building, and just to store stuff, and it'd be great. Maybe even my garage, but I don't have a big enough garage. I just don't have a big. I need a warehouse. So I need to get rid of stuff. I need to get going here. I gotta get over there and work because I have so much shit. I gotta work on the new S1 2.0. I gotta figure out how to get. I can't get the internet hooked up on the credit card machine, and of course, a pet peeve and a rant is Huntington, the processor, or whoever. Quit using foreign people to answer the damn phones. And you can't have time understand them. They sound nice, but I'm like, what? What? I don't understand. Say it again. What? And I'm trying to go through all these prompts, do all this stuff. It didn't work. Spent one day last week, an hour and a half on that. So now I'm going to try to get the phone line. Yeah, and that even my own bank, I got some issues on the private side. A transfer didn't work. The code was different because the credit union on the other mortgage, it was like, and then I'm missing $1,000 and nobody knows where it is. And then they get it finally yesterday after 9 days. Everything should be Bluetooth. And now I got to keep the bank doing an investigation. They're going to put a block on it, and I call and left the message. They never, ever, Huntington answers the phone at the branch I usually go to and I work with. They never, I don't think they've ever picked up the phone and answered. You always leave a voicemail, and they don't call you back the same day. It's horrible. Just put somebody on one of those stupid cubicles that are not used, and just sit there and answer as many questions, or refer, or write it down, and message Pat, and then to the specific banker, the manager, whatever, or loan officer, or whoever, and at least try. Yeah, they don't answer the phone. I got to call them to stop making it worse. It's so annoying. Dealing with everything is annoying anymore to me. I'm just a very annoyed person. I like being out in nature, away from all this, away from the city. That's my peace right now. And then I got a lot of other stuff going on, just outside this business. The dojo is not really doing great. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's ranting a little bit. Tired of chatting about the business, how I feel about it, getting out, semi-retiring, trying to sell everything off in this place is a hassle. Trying to move is a major hassle. But yeah, I have a brother needs a double lung transplant. He's a veteran. So, and then my sister is like the executive caretaker. So once it happens, which is going to happen quick, as soon as he gets through all this crap, she's got to take off work. They're moving to my mom's house. She's 84. It's nuts. And then now my sister has cancer, breast cancer. She starts radiation this week, next week. So now I got to take my brother to the main Cleveland Clinic campus, and I'm not looking forward to that. These hospitals drive me nuts. So we got to leave at 8 in the morning, and I won't get back till 4:30, and then I got to teach class later, 5:15. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, a lot of stuff. That's a whole other thing about business. You want to put in I say, all the negative. Well, you got to think what kind of negativity will have on your personal life. I guarantee you, you'll need a class. I guarantee you're going to lose friends in owning a business. Maybe a lot of different businesses. Definitely this business. And you'll have friends you never even knew you had. There's people that act like I'm their friend. I don't even know who they are. Thanks, CJ. I appreciate that. It's it's. I look at too. I've lost some of my favorite fish. I lost my big fire eel. It was the big huge fire eel I had 15 years. Lost my big Zaire, Compompo male Fratosa that was on shirts and everything else. Losing him, he's probably about 15 years old. Losing my oldest catfish was 33 years old. And everything going on, I look at it as a sign of the times. It's the sign is time to move on. It's time to change. Life changes. Try to simplify my life, which I've been trying to do for a couple of years, and that's been a hell of a challenge. There's other businesses. I want my TPS. I really like to get that going. Tactical Prep Survive Gear and Supply. I'm into that stuff. I'm into knives and guns and survival and bug out bags. But I also have another business idea I contemplate. If I buy some land, doing a airsoft courses, whatever, almost like a Call of Duty type thing, and have pickleball and have weekend camps, whatever, survival camps. Everybody all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, training, and then doing and set up those deer stands, and you could. It'd be fun, and then have bonfire and barbecue at night. Yes. Yes, and I was looking at one. I follow someone on social media. She's originally from Canada. I don't know her name. She's in Texas. She works oil rigs and stuff, and Glass is Canada, which is fair. But she's promoting certain products, and I seen one this morning, wellness something. So I went to the link, looked it up. Holy crap! I mean, I don't know how they have prescription type drugs. How do you get these med kits, survival kits, trauma? Like they have all kinds of like prescription type drugs and medicine, whatever, this and that, and they're big money. $300 up to like $1,100 for these kits. Even one has an EpiPen. I don't know how that. I didn't look really into it, but I'm like, holy crap! And the problem with some of that stuff, and I know as being a prepper kind of for years, some stuff can last a long time, and then some stuff expires. It's not going to be good, so you need to rebuy stuff semi-often, because when the shit hits the fan, or something goes wrong, or sideways, or whatever, yeah, I've lost some serious rotoses this year. Either a lot of it old age, some of my older fish beating the shit out of each other. They go on these killing sprees on occasion, and it's like, what the frick is wrong with you fish? I mean, I've been raising rotoses for like 40 years though, and that's just the cichlid business. Cichlids just do that. Just gets a bug up their rear end, and they just like don't like anybody. I'm going on a domestic violence night attack, whatever. So, but yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, my fronts, I don't interact as much. My big Zyre dude that I've had like 15 years, he's on the shirts, he's on the hood of my van. He was a beast. A lot of pictures and stuff, but my fire eel was like a dog. Come up and eat out of your hand. And then a catfish I had forever. What else did I lose? The catfish and the fire eel is two prominent fish, and the Zyrophytosis. So that's 3 fish that I lost this year that were, outlived dogs or, a lot of things. So, man, it's hot here. They got the heat on. I'll be right back. It's gotten a little cooler, but it's not that many fish, but you still need to stuff. Alright, sorry. I had to turn the heat down. We don't really need the heat like we used to. We don't have all the fish. Wild fish, I will, wild fish, my experience, I'd rather not have a lot of wild fish, cichlid wise. Like one time I shipped in a bunch of wild, bringing back wild stuff from South America, pike cichlids for one. Killing spree, ick, or jumped out, and I ended up with one. That cost me a fortune. Like I shipped in wild, like bunch of calvus, capresseps, bunch of Tanganyikans. Oh my gosh, they were skittish, more aggressive. And people, being that I dove there, and Malawi and other places around, even native fish, their territory is a lot bigger than a 125-gallon tank. So they could be 6-foot round areas of territory for a pair of cichlids. Oh wow. I'm going back. I love my Fahaka puffer, which I still don't know what to do with it, where I want to put her. And some display text in the back. I'm gonna try to put it in my 350, or maybe put it with the Empress Cichlid. I don't know. I don't want to lose her. Bigger tanks are always better for cichlids in general, other than like pistogrammas and rams, little micro or shell dwellers. You don't need nothing crazy, but in general, a lot of cichlids. Central Americans definitely, and some of your South Americans, but Central Americans. I mean, there's the smaller group of stuff, but the glass bangers definitely need some space. Surface area is always better than height. But water quality, we don't have that problem here. We have Lake Erie. Our water's on the hard side, which is definitely great for Rift Lake cichlids. They like the harder water, so usually not a water problem. Now in the spring, sometimes you gotta watch. Water department will inject high amounts of chloramines for algae control, clean outs, whatever. I haven't had too many cases. I had one year, it was so bad, I didn't realize, my usually go-to thing is water changes in the salt, and I was actually making it worse. Great Lakes water, yep. One of the best resources in the world is right in my backyard. Lost train of thought. Damn, getting old. Sucks. Another reason. I didn't wear that one shirt. I said I'm grumpy because you're dopey. I was gonna wear that shirt today, and I didn't. Barely wear that one from the Snow White thing. Grumpy dwarf. What the hell is I talking about? God dang nabbit. Why did I got grease on my leg still? For my four-wheeler. I was so tired last night. Ugh. Anyway, I gotta get going. I can't fire myself. If I could, I would. You're fired, Dave. Okay, I'm out. I asked a long time ago my CPA. He's like, can I collect unemployment on myself? No. Then why do I have to pay into it? Stupid. I gotta pay it, but I can't use it because I'm the owner. Go figure. Ass backwards. All right. I should be back Saturday, probably at the other building. Thanks, CJ. I'm gonna go work on that today. I'm getting close. I gotta run that phone line through the basement or through the ceiling and get over to that little storefront so I can hook up a stupid credit card machine. And they're like, well, you can buy new equipment and update the... no. No more contracts. I told a dumpster, I'm telling anybody and everybody, I'm not signing no more contracts, no more, it's month to month. I'm not getting stuck paying a bill if I'm gone. That's just asinine. So even Spectrum here, when I canceled, were like, well, for $9 a month, we can hold your account for 9 months, blah, blah. I'm like, no. They're like trying to get me, oh, well, how about cell service? No. It's like, shut up. Oh, I hate all these tech companies. I told somebody that the other day, man. I'm like, more technology, the more I hate it. Getting crazy. Ah. All right. Y'all take care. Have a good week. Enjoy the fall weather. It's nice here. We finally got rain. We've been so damn dry in Ohio. Southern Ohio is like frickin' is in severe droughts. So didn't find much for living things. Spec form. What's spec form? Special. Yeah, everything, they make everything like complicated. They do it on purpose. Like the dumpster, there's $8 that I owed, but then the bill's for 50-something dollars, and I call, and my rep is gone, no longer works there. Yeah, I had to make sure I took the equipment back. And the guy at UPS store is like, hold on to this. I've known them to come after people 5-10 years later. What? I make copies, so I'm like, that's dirty. and they probably win if you don't have that receipt that he printed that you returned equipment. And they shoot an email, so you have pretty much evidence. But these big giant companies know they can get away with murder, and they can rape you, take your money, whatever. The dumpster guy. So I get this other guy. He was a nice guy. He's like, he don't know what the $8 was from. And I paid in advance, like 3 months. I paid for 3 months. I was paying 6 months. Money's tight, so I'm going like 3 months, so I don't have to worry about bills. I hate bills. And I got a bunch of them. Too many gas. I can't wait to get rid of this. The insurance, the taxes, the heating, water, sewer, the electric. It's ridiculous. I was like, less bills. I have 20 hours a month that I spend just paying bills. Ridiculous. But he couldn't tell me with the $8, so I just paid it. Because I'm like, if I don't pay it, are they going to charge me a late fee because of $8 that nobody knows what it's for or why? I should have went to law school. Could you see me a lawyer? I'd be effing up some shit. I always think, I joke about my lawyer. He says I should have been a fish store owner. I say I should have been a lawyer. And I'm like, I'd go, my mindset would be for small businesses like this. Because we get just freaking reamed and taken advantage of beyond belief. Big companies can hire $500 an hour tax attorneys and everything else, and loophole, whatever. They can get away with so much shit because they got a lot of that, and own people and everything else, and politicians. Us little guys just freaking scrape by and work our asses off. I don't know. I'd be a lawyer for the little guy, definitely. So, all right, I gotta go. I talk too much. All right, y'all take care. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, whatever. I don't know. I've had the same amount of subscribers for like, I don't know, a couple of years. I don't know what it is. I don't do videos. I just do these live shows. So it'd be nice to get a check from YouTube. I don't know how that works. I think you gotta have like 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers. You start getting. I think someone told me at 25,000 subscribers, you can average like $900 a month or something. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. And just talking shit, fish poop. Maybe one day I'll be in my freaking whatever rocker. All right, I'm out of here. Have fun. Bye. Oh, do it again.